Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Tampa.
And this carries into the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. Leading him out is their quarterback, the former 12th overall pick. Some refer to him as the natural, Deshaun Watson.
Might have won back-to-back Heisman trophies if the ballot had come after the national championship games that he and Clemson played against Alabama. But when you watch him on the field, you realize why coordinators and head coaches want to bend their offense to his talents, because when he's got the ball in his hands, he can be magical at times.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Out of the gun, Watson. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey.
Watson's pass.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 9 yards on the play and a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice...
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So the Bucs now in great shape to begin their initial possession. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Intercepted.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Keanu Neal with a safety blitz for the sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 34.
Carolina getting set to take the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's the option. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And let's see, the Bucs with 6 DBs, so a dime set here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a Panthers 1st down, 17 yards on the play.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Levante David in on the tackle.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And the punt team on now as this one sent away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Rolling to his right. Room here to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. With Charles in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They run. Cook. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
This is McCaffrey. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
The ball carrier.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd and 7, Watson dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Working with a 2nd and 4. They'll try the air now with Watson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Operating from the gun. Watson, and he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Complete to
Cole Beasley
Touchdown.
there to make the grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And we will start at the 25 as Barner will not return it. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup. It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. Watson on first down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Pass incomplete on the throwaway. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 13-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Watson, he's going to back away and call a timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. Operating from the gun, Watson out to his left. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Levante David able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
3rd and 2, Watson. He can run, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Watson on the keeper.
A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
A try here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the final act belonged to Deshaun Watson in his touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this 1st half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. A quick pass here to Godwin. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. that last catch short of the marker by just a yard. Leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he's got his man on the out route. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 to score as we get rolling again here in this second half. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And we will start at the 25 as Barner will not return it. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the 31-yard line.
Now a run with Cook. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll find Lamb, that's complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Cook. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. On the carry, it's Cook. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Ball carrier. K1 short on the stop. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 50-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off right around the 43. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So that one will be accepted. Two yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Sometimes that's a danger putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the gun, Watson gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun. Well, the pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 45-yard line.
1st and 10.
They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
That's complete to his running back, Evans.
And he's got this down to the 35. Right back to him for 10 more and a 1st.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. There's Evans again, complete. That catch good for only a couple.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
Setting up the screen for Cook. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Pushing a foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Now they stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Brian Burns, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Hayden Hurst there to make the grab. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
Brandon McManus lining up for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count.
Makes the score.
Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Watson being chased out left. He'll try and run it. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Christian McCaffrey.
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
His afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun, Watson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worried about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
On the carry.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed.
On the handoff.
Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good.
The field goal.
And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now it's Barner.
Kenyon Barner on the return. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A throw over the middle, taken in, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You know, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill in for a loss.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
And it's 3rd down.
Defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now.